This is in a studio in Istanbul. Don't be surprised. Most of them have either seen Bollywood films or heard the song. That's India's soft power, the power of Bollywood. And how can Turkey be untouched with the power of Indian music? In recent times, big fat Indian weddings have become common in Turkey. The surprise does not end there. There are students who are learning Ghumar, the traditional folk dance practiced by Rajasthani communities. A song that was made famous by a recent Bollywood film. What lies behind the success of this dance studio is a love story that began 7 years ago. Rajesh Rapaka, a native of Visakhapatnam of Andhra Pradesh, fell in love with Gulnoor, a flamenco dancer based out of Istanbul.
Fate brings me back to Istanbul, and in 2011, after I came here, there was one flamenco school who have called me up, and they asked for Indian classes here. So I said, let me give it a try again. So we just started off with that.
Indian dance is more classical, more feminine, and mudras is more graceful and ethnic than flamenco, I think.
They run this studio together, they dance together and teach together. Their life in Istanbul is built around Indian music and dance. Their interest is not limited to Bollywood music and dance. There are students who are learning Kathak, a form of classical Indian dance. Those who joined this dance troupe were drawn to it for different reasons. But once they joined it, they were smitten by the power of Indian dance and music.
I went to hip hop, I went to like Latin, and after that show, I was like, okay, that's the dance for me. I'm like, this makes me forget everything. I grew up in Dubai, so I grew up with a lot of Indians. The funny thing is, like, I never appreciated the culture because I was surrounded by it. So only when I moved to Turkey, I was like, I felt something was missing.
I watched Three Idiots by Amir Khan, and I loved him. I loved the movies that he made, and I loved the Indian dances. I love the culture. I went there twice.
I've been dancing for 4 years, but maybe 2 years ago I found the Kathak dance form. I learned, still I'm learning.
Ties between the two countries go as far back as a century, when the Khilafat movement was launched in India in support of the Ottoman Empire. And today, in the modern world, Indian music and dance is bringing these two societies together.
This academy is an example where you find that dance like Kathak or the Bollywood songs. The people living in Istanbul, the students, the young men and women, they come here to train themselves in art forms which are completely distinct and foreign to their identity. It just shows that the world is one. With camera person Sanjay Rohela, Kartikeya Sharma from Istanbul for World is One.